Thank you. So good morning and thank you all for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Being able to take a review of the current COVID situation.
So, on behalf of my colleagues,
is that the attack rate, which is a measure of the new cases within these counties, has almost gone up 15-fold in these counties. And so really we need to pay attention to all the adherent measures that have been set, along with all the restrictions that we've been able to release in the past 1 week. In terms of other focus measures that we're putting in place, surveillance is very key, and particularly because we're all aware that our neighboring counties are also experiencing surges, particularly that neighbors the Luo Nyanza region. And one key thing of concern for us is the Delta virus. And so what we're doing in the 13 counties is that we've mounted a key surveillance response that is focusing on genomic sequencing. We have our labs there, particularly the Cambridge lab, that is picking samples so that we can establish the number of Delta virus cases that may be there. And what is of concern and of importance, and particularly to those who reside in those 13 counties, is that we have been able to pick out cases of the Delta virus, and it is important for us to ensure that we really adhere to these measures because we want to prevent community transmission. We want to prevent a situation where this virus is not jumping from one person to another in the community.
It is something that has been raised by many of the religious leaders in that region, and we have discussed and seen how we can integrate it as we look forward into how we review some of those measures in a way that is both going to address the issue of containing any spread, as Dr. Mwangangi has just said, and at the same time without undue restriction to the worship and the possibility of worship in these areas.
I ask you kindly, all chiefs, assistant chiefs, DCs, ACCs, and CCs across the country that let us build stronger, collaborative, and better relations with our religious leaders as we move forward on this matter, and accord them the respect and the support that they need as they administer to our spiritual needs. And where there are challenges, let us tackle them together with a positive spirit, knowing as we must at all times that we are serving our people, and our people are not criminals merely because they either have made a mistake or they have forgotten to do something. This is a tough time, and let's not make it worse by being unduly abrasive in the manner in which we deal with our people. And as I've said, we're going to review and look at some of the measures as we will be advised by our colleagues at the Ministry of Health. At all times, we will act in the direction that will be advised by our scientists. We are privileged and blessed as a country to have very strong health institutions, very strong research agencies. Our colleagues at the Ministry of Health, our colleagues who are engaged in research, are looking at this every day, and when they advise us on what we need to do, we will act and arrange our actions in that particular respect. I know that the life of the Interfaith Council is supposed to end at the end of this month, but I will issue a gazette notice later today extending the life of the IFC until 31st of December 2021.